We are coming at you live from Women of the Channel West 2025. We have over 500 women in attendance this year. This is one of my favorite events of the year. Welcome to In Depth, everyone. I'm Gina Narcisi. I'm here with CJ Fairfield, and we're chatting all things Women of the Channel related from the event and just some of the main themes that have come up and some of the conversations we've been having with this amazing group of women at this event. CJ, what's been your sort of big takeaways from the event so far?
So my biggest takeaway is to be intentional with your actions and putting yourself first and then taking risk and also creating boundaries. We had a speaker this morning named Meg Miller, and she really talked about how we're always on autopilot. We're always doing something. We're looking at multiple screens during the day, always quick to answer emails, quick to answer texts or Teams or whatever. We're always on autopilot. We're doing something every second of the day. And there's a burnout. And she talks about the word burnout and how it's never a fun word, but we have to take a second. And she talked about things we can do, these micro actions that we can do to kind of get off autopilot, like putting your phone down. A lot of women in the audience, it was a very immersive speech. She went in the audience, she was talking to women about what they're doing to kind of take these micro actions, putting your phone away. A lot of the women in the audience had kids and spouses. And they're like, we put our kids' phones in a basket at night. And then the whole family puts their phones, in a basket at night or somewhere, or a charger away. They talked about putting your phone on grayscale, which is black and white. I've never done that. I don't want to do that because I'm addicted to my phone. But these are takeaways I can take, for my personal self. She also talked about waiting 90 seconds to answer an email. Like, you don't have to jump on an email right away. You don't have to jump on a business text. You don't have to just wait 90 seconds. It's not that important, and just figure out what you're going to say. Take a minute. We don't have to be on all day, all night. She's talked about some people sending emails at 3 a.m. and sleeping with your phone on your pillow, which I have done. And it's basically being more intentional with your actions, because we don't have to be on all day. We can take a second. It's not healthy. So that was my biggest takeaway. What was yours?
That's so powerful. And I think along those lines, what really stood out to me was we had a session yesterday, the power of data. And of course, we talk about this all the time, right? When we're, covering the news on CRN, but it's like we're writing about AI and just all this data. And data can be a great thing. It can also be very overwhelming. And we have to think about how much we have at our fingertips that just didn't exist decades ago. And again, we can harness it for good, but also sometimes it can just be a little too much. I liked the idea of kind of trying to take back some of that time and using certain tools, to help you in your day-to-day life, help you sort through sort of the noise. I think is really powerful as well.
We also had a speaker the first day yesterday named Judy Holler, and great name, because she basically came in full force hollering that we have to stand up for ourselves. We have to be loud. Don't be small. Be loud. Take up space. That was really powerful to me, because we're always very just put in almost a box, or just be smaller and don't speak up. And she's like, speak up. Even if you're not supposed to, speak up. So that was something that I take away for me. And what else did you?
I know we've talked about, mentorship and sponsorship, and this is a theme that we hear a lot, especially at events like this. And it's great. And I like the idea of having, someone that you can talk to, but also someone who's in the room when you're not, who can speak up for you. And I also love one of the women in the panel made a reference to AI and sort of this idea of mentorship is kind of only as good as the data you feed it. Right? So talking to that person, telling them, what your ideas are for your next 5 to 10 years, and making the most of that relationship by putting in that data to get something out. And so, another amazing event so far. We're learning so much. I love having the space, for women in IT to just kind of get together, share stories, share reminders of just things that are important to keep in mind. We have our list right now on CRN, Women of the Channel. We have over 1,700 women on this list this year, which is our biggest one. This is so exciting. We also have the Power 100 and the Solution Provider 80. So to check all of that out, go to crn.com. We're going to keep covering this event. And thanks so much for joining me, CJ. It's been so much fun here in California.
Of course. Thanks for having me.